Good evening. This is Matt Kendall. I'm here with Christine Pearson. It is Halloween 2022. Now, Christine did the course. She's been through the weekend training twice, and we've just gone through her case studies, which we're going to talk about. This has been delayed a couple of times for different reasons. You might hear fireworks going off. You might hear trick-or-treaters. That's just the world that we're going to deal with. Now, Christine is in Germany at the moment. So, Christine, how are you today?
Great. Absolutely great.
Now,
finally, we get to meet again.
I know. It's like I say, it's been a little while. It's been a little while because we both cancelled for whatever reasons, and because you haven't been too well as well, haven't you? So you were
right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So you completely well now?
Absolutely. You too, right?
Yeah, I am. Oh, yeah. I've been having issues. Okay, so before we get into this, can you just tell us a little bit about your background in terms of sort of therapy and training and what you were doing before you did IEMT?
Yeah. I started out in my early years to be a midwife. Then I went to the US. I studied business administration, worked for many airlines, and later attended a year course with RTT, which is a rapid transformational therapist with Marisa Peer. And then I participated with 2 courses with you, which I'm very grateful for.
We get a lot of people from RTT. Now, was it Agatha that referred?
Agatha Leonard.
Okay, so Agatha was an art. So for those people who don't know, RTT is rapid transformational therapy, isn't it? By a woman called Marisa. Is it Marisa Peer?
Marisa Peer.
Yeah, no, I see it. She's because I've joined one of the groups. I've clicked on something, so I get an advert like every day from it. So Agatha did the training, and then you followed through the training. So you were working as an RTT therapist, if that's correct?
Yes. Yes.
So Agatha told you about RTT, IEMT. Did you have any knowledge about any kind of eye movement therapy?
None whatsoever.
Never heard of EMDR or anything like that?
Nothing. I had no clue. But I saw the excitement in her eyes and the way she explained it to me, and I needed to know.
Okay. And then what happened? Did we then speak? Did you watch some videos on YouTube? What then happened to come onto the course?
Well, then I contacted, I don't know if she gave me your contact information, and then I applied, and then you answered really quick back. And in no time, I had a course this March. Yes, a course this March. And then I was for 8 weeks in the US. When I was in Atlanta, I applied for another course just to deepen it.
Yeah. No, I get it. I did mine a few times.
To deepen it.
So let's take the first course, because they said the course that you came on is the same course, it's the same weekend training. Excuse me. So the first time you came on the course, what did you think about the training in terms of the stuff you get beforehand, the actual course itself, the breakout rooms, the demonstrations, the exercises, and also like the aftercare, everything like that? So basically, just tell us everything that you know about the course right now.
Well, the topic was, first of all, completely new. And Agatha was telling me right then and there that there were people in her course that the first day they didn't seem to have a clue. And so I was prepared for that. But actually, I caught on really quick. Yeah. And so the demonstration, I got a lot of information beforehand, and we had to really prepare, watch YouTube videos, and there was a lot of preparation, and we had plenty of time. I got a huge packet, which I printed out twice just to make sure, with each 48 pages.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the course, which was extremely intensive, but in the same context, it was completely understandable, and you explained it so well. And the breakout rooms, small rooms, and we were practicing, and that was awesome. Some of the stuff I didn't get the hang of it right away, but then it was done on me. Oh my God.
Yeah. And was that in the breakout rooms, or did I do something with you?
No, that was actually in a breakout room, I think with Carlos, I can't remember. And I had a big issue with my mother, like most of us. And it really moved from a 9 back to a 4.
Wow.
I mean, on the scale now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have mentioned the scale.
Wow. So So I thought, oh, it's okay. Sort of, I thought I had trick or treaters. So yeah, so basically before the course, I send you some videos to watch.
Oh yeah.
Basically to tell you the best kind of technical setup, that kind of stuff. And I also send the complete manual so you can watch it.
Absolutely.
So you can basically say, you know, the more that you come into it, the more that you're going to get out of the weekend.
Absolutely.
So, you know, when I used to train in person and stuff, people used to turn up and I used to give them the manual when they got there. And so what that meant is that I was literally reading the manual to them from the front of the class, and it was okay. I would never do it that way now, you know, but that's how we did it. So again, so it was very new to you. And like Agatha said, on her course, the first day, a lot of people are quite lost. And the second day, it really kind of comes together for everything.
Yeah.
So although you've done training before, you've never done anything in terms of eye movements.
No.
And it's a lot more than just eye movements. There's many more
Absolutely,
techniques and understandings.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how do you feel about the course in the entirety now, as in the subject and the way it works and the results it gets people?
Well, what I find extremely amazing is, especially with the hypnotherapy, right? Men hate to talk about their problems. And with the IEMT, they don't have to. And like I have people with PTSD, and it's amazing how they are able to function, you know, and how their face lighten up. I don't know if that's the question you were asking just now. It's just, I'm rambling right now.
Well, yeah. So basically, you know, because it's only a 2-day course and you've never done eye movement therapy before, the important thing is you're able to follow it, get results for yourself, and then obviously use it with your case studies.
Yeah, and we had so much practice that I wasn't even scared of when I had my first client on board, and the case studies, of course, you know. We did so much on the practice on ourselves and on the opponent, you know, that there was no need for fear.
And that's it. So I make everything as practical as possible. So by the time you're working with your case studies to become a practitioner, you've already got a lot of practice in, because IEMT is broken down to all these different techniques. It's kind of a philosophy in a way of working, but it primarily it's a suite of techniques, and we go through each one and we do drills on each one. Basically, we go through it again and again and again until you feel comfortable. Then afterwards, I put you into WhatsApp groups, and you know, there's practice sessions. And okay, so you went through that. Now you like I say, we'll mention you went through the course again, and now it's just to deepen your understanding from it.
I felt like I needed that.
And how was it going through it for the second time? What was that like?
Much easier, much easier. I didn't, it was just absolutely much easier, and it didn't feel like it was so compact anymore, because I knew what was happening, you know, and it just undermined my notes that I had. They were quite complete. My personal notes, not just your, you know, your packet.
Yeah. Cool. So you went through the course twice, and then you did your case studies, and so basically when you do your case studies, we do a review like we've just done now for like it's about sort of half an hour of results. Now you can become a practitioner. What was it like taking these techniques, working with your case studies? What was it like, and what kind of results did you help your case studies to achieve?
Well, I had my 2 case studies were 2 ladies. One was really, really sick, physically sick from birth on, and she dealt with a lot of headaches, bone. She had a particular type of bone disease, and she blamed pretty much everybody, including herself, her parents, the government, you know, and for not doing the health system, the complete health system, because they didn't know anything then about this particular illness that well. And it was amazing how she beamed up. Even after the first session, then we rescheduled. She had to cancel it for health issues. And then we rescheduled it again, and she followed through, and she feels so much better. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, her dad died, but okay, that's part of life. And I'm in close contact. That was here in Germany and in German. And so in Texas, the other lady, she's a permanent makeup artist. She has, like we all do, issues, quite a bit of issues, and she has got so much energy now.
Mm. And so, because this is what I find as well, is that people who want to be motivated, that's like if you're tired drinking a Red Bull, okay, it will kind of work for a bit, but
Yeah.
you will have a crash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
With IEMT, it kind of goes to the source of what's going on.
Yeah.
Because when your body is in like a panic mode, and a lot of people live in a panic mode all the time,
Constantly.
and it's tiring. It's
Yeah.
really tiring, and people
Yeah.
don't have the energy sometimes to get out of bed or to do anything.
Yeah.
And I think, because we've been reading your reviews, that since your report, sorry, that since she did that, she's been doing things that she wouldn't usually do, that she would sort
Yeah.
of avoid doing. And so I do help people with motivation, but I don't build people up, because I know a
Yeah.
lot of the hypnosis kind of stuff is make yourself 10 times stronger and bigger and powerful. It's
Yeah.
nothing like that. It's like, what's the problem? Let's break the problem down. So the problem is just manageable. It's not an issue. It's just something that something you can work with. It just doesn't stop you in doing things emotionally, and so people do get a lot more energy from doing it. So going forward, how do you see yourself using IEMT? What kind of clients? What's kind of your future with IEMT?
So I'm in this position with being a hypnotherapist and with the IEMT, and this is an awesome tool in my with my hypnotherapy. And so a lot of times I don't even need to go to hypnotherapy. I can go straight with that. And sometimes I have to deepen it again with the hypnotherapy and then try it again. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, because I get a lot of hypnotherapists and RTT therapists, and what I do, because my background's in hypnotherapy, so what I tend to do is I tend to do all the heavy lifting with
Yeah.
IEMT,
Yeah.
and then I will tend to use all of that stuff that we've worked on and make a pattern, a hypnotic pattern, hypnotize them if I'm in person with them. If I'm working remotely, I don't like hypnotizing people remotely, but what I'll do is I'll make them an MP3. So I've already got everything set up.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
take all the information that we've worked on, create a pattern, basically it's just suggestion really, and then send it to them, which they can listen to on a daily basis or however much they need it. And I found that has worked really, really well. So not using hypnosis or hypnotherapy to find the issues, but using IEMT to find all the issues, doing all the big work, and then using the hypnosis to basically solidify everything in, I found works really, really well.
Cool.
If people want to find you, Christine, do you have an online presence, website, social media at all?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So
Not
something,
yet.
and are you going to, because you're based in Germany?
I'm based in Germany, but due to my children living in the US, I'm quite often over there.
And are you looking to work with people in Germany or online? What's your...
Since I prefer speaking English, I'd love to do it either online or even here. I have a lot of clients, I mean, in the hypnotherapy area, a lot of clients in English, but a lot of them are from the Germans are so interested in what I'm telling them because they see how I'm lighting up, and I don't seem to have time for all that.
It's brilliant. Well, Christine, thank you very much for your time today, and congratulations
you.
on becoming a practitioner.
Yes.
And yeah, basically go forth and I was going to say go forth and multiply. I don't know what I'm talking about. Go just go forth and use these tools, and yeah, continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Oh, let me just ask you one last thing, because I'm wanting to get more RTT therapists into IEMT, steal them away. So for those RTT therapists who are watching this, so somebody who's been through RTT, what do you have to say to RTT therapists who are watching this, thinking about doing IEMT?
Again, I have like 10 different tools in my toolbox from RTT, and this is a splendid, excellent additional that it's quite a shortcut. Like you said earlier, you take all the heavy weight away from it at the beginning with the IEMT, and then this is an excellent tool to add to RTT. Absolutely.
Brilliant. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll speak to you later.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.